Well, welcome back to Reach, where what was I doing? Oh yeah, dying. The first of the Covenant's waves was made entirely out of Banshees, meaning they were all already dead. And once they're all destroyed, the station's defences are back online, and the Covenant Seraphs soon arrive, which means soon the pain begins. And I'm going to admit I've never been good at this mission, and it haunts me to this day. Fuck! 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 Realising that fighting these Seraphs head on was a stupid decision, fuck! I decide to hide behind the station instead and wait for them to die, and soon enough the enemy phantoms appear as well. Thankfully I'm still hiding like a bitch and I just fire missiles at them from a distance. And once they're destroyed, we dock with the station and George floats his way over to our new bomb, after which we head to fight a nearby Covenant Corvette, which we plan to use to blow up the Covenant supercarrier. Upon arrival at the Corvette's location, we destroy its main engines, preventing it from escaping. And with them now immobilized, we begin to fight their reinforcements.
You can't what?
I can't swim.
And with only minimal problems, we soon have them all destroyed. And with that, we go to land on the Corvette itself. With our boots sort of on solid ground, we begin to fight our way into the Covenant Corvette, killing the elites from above, after which I drop down and begin fighting my way forward with much success. Fuck! Fuck, fuel rod cannon holding bitch! After some actual success, we deactivate the shield door, letting George and his bomb onto the ship.
Make it quick, would ya?
And with even more fighting, we yet again advance and watch as the Savannah is destroyed.
Want?
With the loss of our allies, we make our way to the bridge and obtain ourselves an energy sword, which we then use to... You bitch! Which we use to great effect. Activating the refueling sequence, I begin to fight my way back to George and our bomb, hoping to soon finish the mission. But once we finally make our way back, we are soon swarmed by our alien adversaries. With most of them dead and me out of ammo, I get a checkpoint and we are quickly murdered. I am then stuck in a loop of respawning, rearming and re-dying. Fuck. Respawn, rearm and fighting, killing, dying, spawning, rearming, dying, respawning, rearming, and you get the picture. Fuck. Getting my shit together, I eventually kill my way through the Covenant swarm, after which George gives us some news.
It's gonna be like mad.
Time is fried. I'm gonna have to fire it manually.
That's a one-way trip.
We all make it sooner or later. Better get going, Six. They're gonna need you down there.
Picking us up, George flings us out of the
Tell her
Corvette.
to make it count.
After which, he blows up the bomb, sacrificing himself to destroy both the Corvette and the Covenant supercarrier. Sadly, this was all in vain, as even more Covenant ships warp into the system. Meanwhile, Noble 6 falls from orbit down to Reach. God damn.
'Tis but a scratch.
Rearms and makes his way to New Alexandria.
That's fucked up.
Dropping into the city, we see that it has become a war zone, and what's even worse is it's full of suicide bombers.
We have reports of Covenant suicide squads.
They're fairly dangerous, so I carefully fight my way through them.
Kilo 40, Covenant Corvette rated hell. Stop that thing!
With the suiciders down, we begin to face the Covenant brutes,
Monkey.
who are much easier to deal with than the elites, as most of them don't have a shield. Our current objective is to protect civilians and fight our way to a nearby elevator. But the only problem was that it was already in use, so we had to hold the position until it wasn't. It begins. Fuck. That was a bad idea. Hammer time.
Glad you're on our side.
With the defense complete, we head down where we rearm and meet up with some ODST troopers, who kindly gave me a jetpack with which we soon used to jump our way forward towards the enemy, where I decided to kill them from a safe distance. And once they were suitably dead, I moved in and continued the slaughter on foot. Our next objective was to then advance to the nearby Traxxas tower, as we needed to clear it to evac the civilians. So upon approaching the tower, the battle began again and I was soon murdered. Fucking hell. Thankfully, second time's the charm and I yet again cut my way through the coveys, running into even more friendlies. But sadly these civilians are stupid and run right towards the enemy, some of them getting themselves killed. But now that we arrived at our destination, we begin to clear it out, but the only problem is that there is a brute with a hammer and then one with a fuel rod cannon. Fuck you. Fuck. Whom is sadly one of the few brutes with an actual energy shield. Nonetheless, I eventually best him and clear the remaining enemies. With the roof cleared, we board a Falcon and the civilians are evacuated.
Loaded up, ready to go.
Then we fight and flight our way through this war zone of a city as we make our way to some nearby deactivated anti-air missile batteries. We need them online so that the civilians can evacuate. Once I had cleared the landing zone, I hop off and head towards a nearby Warthog. And it's with this Warthog that I begin to push back the Covenant menace, and I have to face off against two of their tanks. Sadly, the gunner keeps getting distracted and it takes a little bit longer than I was hoping. No, focus on the tank. The tank lad, the tank. The tank is more important. The tank is more important, and it is more dangerous. Thank you. But with the rates down, I go on foot and begin to clear my way to the batteries and turn them on. But for them to actually be activated, I have to get to the nearby control panel. But to do so, I have to fight through yet even more Covenant, as more and more enemies are dropped onto the battlefield. Why are the troopers ignoring the enemy? Hitting the button, the missiles are fired away.
Now.
And with that, the civilians are safely evacuated. And that is where we leave it for today. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Okay, I know this one's a bit shorter, but I didn't exactly have as much time. There should only be one more Halo video, but I think afterwards I'm going to edit all of the 3 videos together to make one big one. So yeah, bye!